Okay, I wanted to talk about if you only had one tool and you had to pick knife, axe, whatever to do your work out in the woods, which one would you pick? And I've always said a knife before, but as I've used axes, I've found that axes are really handy, and I think I would choose an axe. Which one is the next question. The reason I choose an axe, first of all, is because it can chop, like split wood, and it can do feather sticks, it can delimb, it can do a lot of things, and a little bit more than a knife because of its heft. Well, first of all, I wouldn't pick this one because this is a 36-inch nice axe, Collins axe, but too big to carry, so I wouldn't pick it. This one here would be a real good choice though. Transport's Brooks axe, and I have taken it. It's almost big enough to do the chores that I'd like, and I would take it if nothing else, but a little small. It's around a 22-inch handle or so. The rest of these are boy's axe sizes, and that is the one that I'd probably pick, is a boy's axe size. 28-inch handle, has a nice pull for tapping in tent stakes or something like that. The type of head, the blade is important. You want one that's not too thin but not too thick. So I'd pick one in between for the overall axe. This is a pretty thin one here, so you could do some good feather sticking with. This one here, I'm not sure what it is, I just hung it. Nice axe, nice balance to it, not too heavy. This one here is a real choice axe, a Collins double bit, and it'd be a good choice too. Of course, I have sheaths for all of these, but the double bit, I'm not sure if I carve and do feather sticks as much with. This one here is a brand new Council tool, and it would be the one I'd pick if it were not for this one right here. I got this one and I resharpened it, and this is the one I'd pick to go out in the woods because it's big enough, sharp enough, thin enough, hefty enough to do all the chores that I'd want to do. It's around a 22 to 24-inch handle, and it's not too heavy. Nice sheath with it, so that's the one I would pick. This would be my next choice. This is a Collins axe, and I sharpened it down to that edge that you would want. But if I had my choice, I would pick this Collins right here. And just to give you some demonstration, it's really good on making curls. It digs right into the wood, and that's why this is breaking here. It is so sharp. I like all my axes really nice and sharp. It would most likely chop. This has knots in it and would be a really tough one to chop. But you can see it did it. It's wet. You can't do that with a knife. You can baton it, but to get your bigger stuff quickly, it's just hard to do. So chopping is one thing that I would really prefer an axe over. Once you get down to the size where you have to make pencil lead like this, then an axe with a sharp edge comes in real handy too. You can take and push it in and then slide it along like this. Push it in, slide it along, and get your pencil lead. So that's why I want something that has a nice sharp edge to it and thin enough but yet thick enough to split a chunk of wood. It could be actually a self-defense weapon as well if you really have to defend yourself against something. And a knife could too, but this is just a little bit bigger, a little bit handier. Delimbing is another thing that an axe is good at. I don't know where the camera is, so I better put it up here. But delimbing is something that, boy, hit a knot there. Anyway, I would have it on a lower thing most of the time, but delimbing is one thing that an axe is really good at. So I would take an axe. You're probably asking, well, why not take a nice Bowie knife or a camp chopper type knife? This would be a good choice. This is a knife by Craig Camara, and it would do the chores most of the time that an axe would do. But not quite as hefty. Batoning, and a knife would do that as well. But all around, if you want something, an all-in-one tool, I would pick a boy's axe or smaller size, and particularly this size because it just feels good in my hand. It's narrow enough. It really works well. And this is a Collins. This is actually a new council tool, and it's about the same size of axe, but I like the way I sharpen mine better. The next size up would be your boy's axe size, and if I could carry this, it's a little heavy, 28-inch handle, but it would do a lot of the heavy work that way. Depends on how far you're going, what you're going to do, and of course I always have a knife with me anyway. But if you had to choose, I would choose this. Here they are a little bit closer up. Nice display of axes there. And like I said, this one right here is the one I'd pick right there. Nice overall axe. enjoying a good cup of coffee now. Got a nice warm fire going. Temperature isn't that cold, it's around 45 or so. But wanted to start a fire, always like it. Anyway, good day to be out in the woods. Did the video on the axe preference, and of course that's really personal, so everybody has their own idea. But love this axe, Council axe, 22-inch handle, close to 2-pound head, probably 1.5. Anyway, me and my axe and the fire in the forest. What better? Trying to experiment here. I have some cold pizza I brought. You saw that piece of wood that I chopped up in the video. And I thought, heck, I'm going to warm up the pizza a little bit. See if it gets warm at all. Sitting on this piece of wet wood there. So stay tuned. Well, it worked. It's getting melty now, and so I don't have a plate, but it's hot to the touch. So I got warm pizza, and wow, hot pizza. Cool way to warm up stuff. Green, wet piece of wood. Delicious. Of course, I didn't fix the pizza, but I brought it, and I warmed it up bushcraft way. So, fun.